Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Tuesday, the 5th of July, 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe, and in that, I give messages for each star sign, your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign. You can check out the replay of that or come along live, because if you're on here live with me when I'm doing that show, you can get a mini read for donations in there as well. So you've got a question for your higher self, come along live. There's a link in the description. No, if you click on Be Healing down there, you'll get on my channel page. You'll see the next show laying in wait, so you can find out when it is in your time zone. If you're interested in a private reading with me, I get them done within 48 hours of you ordering them. And so they're not always available. So if they're not available, on the link in the description box below and also up there too, if it says it's all sold out, just check back a day or so later and you should be able to find something coming up. So what's in the energies for everybody today? Let's see. We've got the coming of age. So we're maturing about something. We've grown up. We know ourselves better now, and we can do better for ourselves. You might be coming across a situation today which is a kind of a repeat or something very similar as the past, and you realize how much you've grown up because you're doing something completely different. You're doing it completely differently, making different choices, so you just know what's better for you now than you did previously. Solitude and mischief. So you might be getting up to some no good when you're by yourself. Something might happen and you don't want to tell people about it when you're by yourself. You know, when we have like those mishaps and it's like, oh, well, no one was watching. It's that kind of an energy. How funny. What else? Ambition. Oh, nice. Well, you might be ambitious and you might be ready and you might realize that you've got what it takes now to to reach those ambitions that you've got. Very nice. You could be feeling ready for success today. Let's see. Oh dear. Anyway, we'll take the one that flipped over, and it is the Ten of Pentacles. So a lot of success coming from something that's happening today is what I'm getting from this. Ten of Pentacles can be the happily ever after when we're talking about relationships, but it's also like business success and stuff like that. It's when your table's full and you've got all the stuff that you want and you're feeling happy and it's all successful. So that's what it's about, success. We have the Four of Swords, like rest and recuperation. It could be getting over past disappointments as well. So on the road to success, that we need to do that, right? Because there's so much failure on the path to success. The difference between people that still appearing to be failures at the moment and those that are appearing to be successful at the moment is the ones that are successful have just been through more failures. And so as you're going through it, it's not really a failure, you see, because you try something and you learn something from it, and then you try the next thing and you learn something from it. And so that's what I mean by failure. You're not losing because we add those things to ourselves. We add the learning to ourselves. That's why we've got the coming of age, because we're maturing. We've learned, we've grown, and we might be ready for the one that's going to do much better now. So you try something and it does much better. I was talking about it in yesterday's. The Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing now. That wheel is turning. You could get really lucky this time. It could be that you've learned everything that you need to learn to have like a whole new level of success. You could be a lot more ambitious now. Any failures that you've had, slip-ups that you've had, you might want to keep to yourself as well. Five of Cups. Disappointments. Okay, disappointments. Let's find out what this is all about. So the Ten of Pentacles, something being really successful now. The Wheel of Fortune, getting lucky. And it's not luck. Of course it's not luck. You see, when someone appears to be lucky, they've had years and years and years and years of lessons and failures, and then they get lucky. It's not luck. It's that they've learned and they've grown from it, and they've got themselves to the point of the energy that they're not that bothered about it anymore, kind of thing. You know, they're still motivated because they're not taking the hit every time there's a failure and stuff like that. So there's so much that goes into success, and you just need to keep on going. And take those steps forward. What's behind that is masculine energy. And so you've got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go for it again whenever there's those disappointments. So some of you'll all be on different, and we will all be in different points of our journey to success. And like, I've had this business for 22 years now, and it's only really, I can only really say it's been successful It's been successful enough that I've not needed to do anything else, which is great for all that time. But I can only really say I've felt that it's been successful in the last 3-4 years, and where abundance is flowing all the time now, and it's true abundance. It's not just like living on the edge like I was before. It's not just enough kind of thing. And so, it can take a long time to do that. I've learned so many lessons along the way, and now I'm prepared for anything. Now I can take anything on. I could start, like, even if I lost this business or whatever, I could start again with a new business, and I'd be successful really fast with it because I learned all those lessons. And that's what appears like luck, right? But it's not. It's not. That's why people that are successful, it can be really successful, and then they can lose everything, and then very fast they're back up there because they never lose what they've learned. They know how to do it, right? They've got those same ingredients. You can just start something new off and use what they've learned to make it really successful. But some of you might be Four of Swords in it. In other words, you might need to a bit of a rest, recuperating from the slip ups, the trip ups, and all of that. Four of Swords. The Magician, because you're manifesting more now. So it is definitely step up energy kind of thing, and needing to get on with your ambitions. There's this opportunity to take a step forward towards success now, the next level of success. But rest and recuperate, if you have been knocked down by it and burdened by it, right? And some of this, for some of you, you've got people around you who don't understand this, don't understand that you need to do it again and again. They might just be looking at surface level going, oh, you're still doing that? You're still trying to do that, Claire? Why haven't you given up? You've shown that you can't do it. And they just don't realize that there's a lot of failures on the way to success. So keep going, and don't be burdened by what other people think there, especially if you've believed that same kind of thing yourself previously, because you could get really lucky this time. Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is turning anyway, and if you just keep on going, you will get luckier and luckier. If you keep on living, you keep on loving, and you keep on learning and applying those things that you've learned, you will get luckier and luckier. Queen of Emotions, you will receive more as well, so you could be receiving more from something around this time, or something that you're working on now. You could receive a hell of a lot more from it. And it can get you down, all of those failures can get you down as you put so much work. I put so much work in, over those last 22 years, so much work. And in phases, I've been piling the work in. And it's only like the last few years where it's really paid off for me that now I can keep going with it. And I don't get to the point of like, I'm exhausted. I need a break from it, because when you're not getting the results, it gets exhausting, and you do need a break from it. You can't keep that same determination up and that motivation up when you're not receiving properly from it. Well, it seems like now you need to have this infusion of, go for it, put that energy into it, because you might receive more from it this time. And if you're not, you're just at the beginning stage, and you just need to keep on going. It's worth it in the end. Let me tell you, it's worth it in the end. There's forgiveness behind this as well. So you need to forgive like your past attempts and stuff like that. It's just not true that we don't have to learn along the way. There's so much to learn along the way to the path of success. Anyone will tell you that's reached success. No one will tell you anything different than that, unless they're blagging it and they haven't really reached success, because there's a lot of people trying to teach success out there that haven't got it themselves. They're just trying to teach it. They might tell you that it's about luck and the focus and vision boards and stuff like that, but it ain't. There's a hell of a lot of work to get there, and disappointment. So Four of Emotions and the Queen of Inspiration. The Queen of Inspiration, she takes action anyway. She's like, just watch me. You say I can't do it, just watch me. But it's in the face of failure. There's Five of Cups and disappointments. It's about picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and going, I am going to get this. It's about ambition and determination. The universe loves that energy, and it will help you all the way when you're in that. So don't sit in that disappointment. Pick yourself up. Do it again. Know that every single person that has success in the world has just done that more times than those that haven't yet. And so keep on doing it. Know that there's a lot of that you need to get through, and don't let it knock you down. Integrate the lessons instead. So every time you've been knocked down, just find what the lesson was. It's like, well, it didn't work as I wanted. It didn't give me the success that I wanted to. But what if the success of this was that I learned the leadership thing, or I learned about that computer system, or I learned how to be a bit more thick-skinned when other people are detracting from it, or I learned how to deal with this issue or that issue. What if that was the whole point of it? So that you've got that in your arsenal, so that you know yourself better, so that you can do better next time. What about our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives today? Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So some of you are free to love someone else. Some of you have been stuck on somebody, but you're actually free to love someone else. If someone hasn't committed to you and locked you in, you're free. Power. You instinctively know what's right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So it's your life, it's your heart. You get to choose who you're giving your love out to, and who you're spending time with, and all of that. Stand in your power on that. Some of you need to set yourselves free at the moment from someone that you've locked in before it's even time to lock them in, before that person has locked themselves in, chosen you properly. Open up to change, open up more, be more available to other people. Some of you need to do that. And if that person wants to come back and commit to you in some kind of a way, then commit to them. But let them make the effort and make that choice. Don't go committing to people that aren't committed to you. Always a bad choice to make. There's codependency here, so you might be committing to someone. You might be giving to someone thinking that you need to do that before they're giving to you. You don't need to do that. You don't need to earn love in that way. You don't need to offer something before it can come back to you. It should be like reciprocal from the get-go. Gifts. Sharing your gifts with another, or you might be receiving gifts from someone else here. You might just want to let someone in and start a relationship with someone else. They could have gifts for you, Like I was saying with success as well, you might want to be working on a few things. This person might not be the be all and end all kind of thing. In the same way, the same process as the success here. It's exactly the same thing, right? Relationship path, same as success path, success in relationships, right? So we meet a lot of people and then we find out, they're not right for me, and they're not right for me because there's this incompatibility, or there's that behavior, or there's, I need to know what my stance is on different things, and notice red flags. Whatever it is, all those failures along the way lead to that successful relationship. So enjoy it. Enjoy your whole path to it. It's not a failure. Like, don't beat yourself up for that person not being the one. You just learn something about yourself. Don't be manipulated either. Perhaps because of beliefs. Just try and enjoy it. You're on your way to happiness. Everybody is. Just keep on going on that path. It's what this whole reading is about. Just keep on going along that path to mastery. And then when we get that mastery, that's when things really get good. And yeah, you might just be on your path to relationship mastery, or mastery of yourself, really, is what it is. Loving yourself and choosing really good for yourself. That's what the path to that is. What else in the energies today? We have pig. That came out yesterday too. Beware of greed. So some of you might not be on the road to success because you might be on the road to greed. Just watch out for that. What I mean by that is, money isn't that much of a motivating factor, although it will come along when you're doing a really good thing that you really love, because people will want that thing and they'll give you money for it. There'll be reciprocation for it. But anytime that I've actually gone for money, when I've been money focused, things have fallen flat on its face, because I don't need to do that. Like, you really don't need to do that. You just do what you really love and share it with people, and people start throwing money at you. Really. That's what it is. But you start like asking yourself, how can I get people to throw money at me? And that's when you really get in unclear thinking. You'll make a lot of money when you're doing something that you really love and sharing it out in the world. Broken ring, parting of the ways, neither romance or business. So there does seem to be a little bit of, especially in the romance area, setting yourself free is what I'd call it. Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Yes, it will. On the path to success, everyone is. Just keep on going. Some people don't. Some people get stagnant, and they're the ones that don't make it. Think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. This is just a bit of fun because this isn't a private reading, it's a general reading. But if you do want me to pull one of those crystals out for you for a specific question you've got, and cards out too to give you clarity on all of that, come along to my Psychic Cafe show. It's on live here 3 times a week. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel, Be Healing, down there. I can use them in private readings as well. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and up there too. If you've got specific questions for your reading, just after you book in, just click on the Contact Us page on the website. Put your questions in there. How best to deal with the energies today? Queen of Swords. Right, so she's sat on this balloon flying high. It's a balloon that she's constructed. Like, there's been a lot of building of that, all the lessons that she's had, experiences that she's had. Now she's sitting way above. She can see the big picture. And she's got a telescope, so she can look really carefully at it as well. So really pay attention to what you've learned and take those lessons. Don't take it as failure. See what the lesson was. See that you've grown from that. And, you know, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's putting it a little bit too harshly. There is always a lesson there in something. We can always grow from something, right? And so see what that is. See what those lessons are, and then you'll feel better about it. Because after all, we only take what's within us with us, right? You can't take that away. I can't take your lessons away from you. You can't take my lessons away from me. You could take my business, you could take my money, you could take my house, you could take all of those things. But like I said, I'd be able to start another business up like that and it would be successful, because you can't take what's in here and what I've learned. And so if you see that that's the true goal, that's your true abundance, is what you've learned inside of yourself, you can apply that in anything. And so seeing that the lessons are the abundance because it's gone into you and you can never lose that is a bit of a key to it there. Well, think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. For your answer is yes. Aquamarine, go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. I like hearing from you and it helps my YouTube channel out. Click on the subscribe button with that notification bell down there to hear more from me. I do one of these every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, and I also do love picker card reads. There's one of them right there right now, and I do random reads for each star sign as well. Check those out on my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button with that notification bell as well. Have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.